Okay, you guessed it. No, you didn't. I know you didn't guess it. We're gonna watch something. I'm gonna watch it, and if you want to watch it, you can watch it. Something to do with Jordan Peterson.
Days of the controversy that came to you when the University of Toronto sent you some minatory letters that I thought, I've used this word before, insolent, that I thought were against the spirit of the university, that they weren't supporting you, they were actually threatening you.
Yes.
And that said to me that something is beyond the particular controversy. Something deeper is wrong here.
Mm-hmm.
That universities, or this university, is upside down.
Obviously, university is supposed to be a place where you expand your mind.
Yes.
I enjoy lecturing, and I used the opportunity. I delivered a different lecture every night, and I used the opportunity to think, and to communicate, which of course is what and in a psychologically, in a manner that I believed would be psychologically helpful. But it was also, I think, and I don't know exactly what the cumulative effect has been on me.
Oh my God. My God. Do you see the emotion in this man? Just because he used his mind, he has been attacked. Attacked for not following a paradigm. What does that mean to you? Ding, ding, ding. Communism.
But I had no idea the degree to which people were dying for a word of encouragement, but to get a taste of the depth of despair that can be ameliorated with not much more than some words of encouragement, some statement that you as a human being aren't intrinsically worthless, and that you have a spirit worth preserving, and that the things that you do in your life that you do correctly are important. It's like people are literally dying for lack of that, and I mean that. No, I know. Honestly, I don't know how many people have told me, and these are very hard things to hear.
Jeez.
It's been hundreds
of
people, because I meet people after each of my lectures, who've told me that they are still alive because they watched my lectures or because they read my book, and then they usually have a good story to tell, about what sort of hell they happen to be in.
So Jordan, the moral of the story is believe the people that you are affecting positively. The people that have collectively, the word collective is used sans pun, are incorrect as per usual. This enrages me. This man has suffered so much for telling the truth and for having an open mind and for having a freaking opinion. Oh, okay, let's cancel him. Let's fire him because he's not marching for the brown shirts. Do you see what is Canada is FUCKED?
6 months earlier, and what they did to pull themselves out, and how that's brought their family back together, or helped them advance in their career, or got them out of bed, or stopped them from using heroin, or being alcoholic, or
jumping off.
Yeah, it breaks me up every time the topic comes up. It breaks me up because it's so damn sad, and we're so stupid. We're alienating young men. We're telling them that they're patriarchal oppressors and denizens of rape culture, and tyrants in waiting, and we fail to discriminate between their competence and their tyranny, and it's awful. People, so I've met 10,000 people or 15,000 people, and so many of them, and some of them have had like bloody miserable times of it, like you just can't.
They are attacking this man. The people that are generating this false reality, this fake reality, are attacking a genuine, sincere, modest, and brilliant man. That should tell you everything you need to know about what is happening and why good men need to stand the F up.
Imagine. Well, some of you can't. And they said, look, well, I decided I was going to develop a vision. You know, I'm going to have an ambition. I decided I was going to have an ambition. So I started to pursue it, and I thought I'd take some responsibility. See if I could put my family together a bit and start telling the truth. You know, and get rid of some of my bad habits. The ones that are kind of obvious, you know, that I thought maybe I could dispense with. I thought I'd just try it. And it's way better. It's way better than it was. And it's really something to hear thousands of people say that. You think, well, what would happen? What would happen if everyone did that? Well, maybe things would be a lot better, and that would be good, because there's a lot better to be had yet. And God only knows what we could manage to attain. And so, and there isn't a better adventure than that, you know, and that's the difference. That's not happiness. It's like, happiness is for people who aren't too bright at an amusement park. That's what happiness is for. It's like, that's not your life, man. Your life's an adventure. You got things to contend with, you know. You got death to contend with. You got illness to contend with. You got tyranny to contend with. You got malevolence to contend with. The malevolence of other people and the malevolence in your own heart. You've got adversaries, man, and they're powerful. And your adventure is to stand up against that and to push back and to transform that into something that's well, God only knows what it could be. That's your adventure. That's something worth getting up for, man. That's something worth living for.
And that's a really interesting definition for adventure. And it's true. People are like, oh my God, I'm an adrenaline junkie. I need adventure, and I'm an explorer, and like all this like ridiculous shit, when the adventure is really going inside yourself, healing yourself, facing your traumas. That is the only way out, is to look at yourself. That, and in and of itself, is the adventure. It is transmuting pain into something better.
If you can wake up with a bit of self-respect, not self-esteem. Self-respect, a little bit anyways, for something as wretched as you are. You know, you're struggling against impossible odds with a certain amount of success. There's something to be said about that, you know. And it's good that you have a kid or two and they're depending on you and you're helping them out. Like, more power to you. And you know that you're halfway decent to your wife is great. And maybe you're kind of useful to your employer. That'd be all right. He or she could probably use the help. And then society itself, well, it's stumbling along blindly like it always does. Might not be so bad if someone else with open eyes was added to it. So, what the hell, man? That'd be a good thing to do. And that's what I've discovered to be the truth. And it seems to be resonating with people. And you don't have anything better to do anyways, because you're bloody well all in this, right? This is something you devote your whole life to, whatever it is you're doing. You stake your whole life on it. And so that's what you're looking for. You're looking for something that's so bloody worthwhile that you could say, it's worth staking my life on this.
And right now, more than ever, this world needs strong men who speak out of line, because world freedom depends on it.
Each of us must take the world on our shoulders, insofar as we're capable of that, and adopt individual responsibility for the horrors and suffering its existence entails. In that we will find the meaning without which life is merely the suffering that breeds first resentment and then the desire for vengeance and destruction. We need to take responsibility instead of incessantly insisting on our rights.
Yes, sir.
We need to become adults instead of aged children.
Exactly.
We need to tell the truth.
Exactly.
We need justice and compassion conjoined, not judgment and pity, which crush and devour.
Exactly, Jordan.
Plan to make yourself a better person. Fix what you can and would fix. Start now. There's something right in front of you, demanding repair, calling out to your conscience if you would only attend to it. For your corrective efforts, however primitive they may yet be. Start small. As you master the process, you can safely and competently expand your reach. You will then be able to fix bigger things instead of making them worse in the arrogance of your ignorance.
Whew. Jordan, you are breaking my heart. Your tears are breaking my heart. You are one of the most noble men on this planet, and I know you have psychologically suffered as a result of putting yourself on the line for the betterment of humanity. And the fact that you have been canceled as a result of bettering humanity should tell every single one of you what you need to know about what is happening right now in this world, and that it is evil.
If you do this, there will be less pointless and unnecessary suffering. And the world, for all its shortcomings and faults, will be a better place.
Man, that was heavy and it enraged me, obviously. There's no more noble, caring, and loving man. There's other men that are, obviously, but they haven't put themselves on the line the way Jordan Peterson has. And look at the suffering that it has caused him, because less men are doing that. And yeah, I sound like I'm preaching and I'm probably effing annoying, but I don't care, because at this point, we are at a breaking point in our society because of the dopamine hit, because of male weakness, because no one's looking at themselves. Instead, they're looking at their freaking phones. They're looking at ass pics. They're looking at degenerate, low IQ BS that is not helping the world. And these platforms, such as Facebook and Instagram, you will notice that if you're posting anything remotely close to the truth and you do stories, in your stories will be porn bots. Isn't that indicative of communism? Isn't it? They wouldn't use anything decent to look at your stories. They would use low IQ, gnarly, nasty porn bots who are following nobody, who have maybe 4 posts of various body parts that are vile. Isn't that so indicative of communism? The two go hand in hand. Weakness. Men, it's time to stand up. Do your part the way Jordan Peterson has. I don't give a shit. I'm trying not to swear how you do it. If you do it within your circle of friends, if you do it within your university, within your job, stand up for yourself. Stand up for your soul, for your freedom, for your mind, and for future generations. Please.